Hello everybody, Jim here. Hey, take a look at that. What a beautiful sign. Book off right here, baby. I like that. This is the book off in Ogikubo. This is actually not too far from where I live. And I came in here, last time I was in here, they actually had a Dracula X on PC Engine, but it was gone. We got some cool stuff here. Arcade stick, little Mario Kart box thing. That arcade stick, by the way, must be pretty snazzy because it was about $100. Here, though, we have a nice N64. And that's about $40 for that. But lots and lots of Switch, PS4, some Vitas, other things. And this is cool, too. We got the Neo Geo Mini and the Astro City Mini. Those are cool. And actually, didn't that brand spanking new, oh, cool, Game Gear Micro Famicom thing, whatever that is. Getting sidetracked here. Wow, I'm just so good at this. That new Taito Mini thing looks pretty cool. I don't know. I saw my buddy Dennis's unboxing and some gameplay. It looks cool. Hey, look, Switch games, yay. New stuff, 3480, no more heroes. So that's right. If you're talking about current gen releases, you can actually buy brand new games at Book Off. Here we have the Samurai Spirits Neo Geo Collection, so it's got all of them in there. That's pretty cool. Although, I don't know, I haven't played any of these like fighting collections or anything. I haven't played really any fighting games on my Switch per se, except for like Dragon Ball Fighters. I'm not exactly sure it's a great console for fighting games. Metroid Dread, which I still haven't played yet, but I'm going to eventually. The cover, though, I mean, what the hell happened to Metroid covers? Like, does no one remember the cover to Super Metroid? We can't recreate that. It just has to be a boring, you know, kind of like stock image of Samus. And some other stuff here, like Gran Turismo 7 and other things like that. Funny enough, one of my students, actually, I think he's like 11 or 12 years old. He's a huge Gran Turismo fan. So he was telling me about how great Gran Turismo 7 is. 10% off. You can get yourself some Friday the 13th, the game. Which is fun stuff. Good stuff. And me being like a huge horror hound that I am. Spinning around DS and 3DS stuff, including Best Price. This collection of all the 8-bit Rockman games, which is pretty damn cool. But typically, I'm not really like in the market for like DS and 3DS stuff. I don't really play much handhelds. And while I ship out a lot of games, I don't get a lot of requests for handheld stuff. Usually when I do, it's either Game Boy or maybe even the occasional Wonder Swan request. Here we have some Project Zero Fatal Frame, which another one I haven't played, but I should, because historically I am a big Fatal Frame fan. I played all the ones on the PS2 at least. Those were great, but we have a whole bunch of Switch stuff here. Switch, really the current gen console that I play the most. Right now I'm just playing like Skyrim again. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll give Skyrim on Switch a try. And then a bunch of the shoot 'em ups like R-Type Final and things like that. Some PS4 stuff here, including Seiken Densetsu 3, which I did not play the PS4 version. I actually played the SNES version, but that's about it. And Ico and Wonder and the Colossus, aka Shadow of the Colossus, bundled together, and that's 10% off from 1,800 yen. So that's not too terribly much you're going to be paying for that. And one of the new Sakura Taisen games, 20% off. So that's cool. So some of the used stuff you can get in here, you'll find it marked down. I mean, the prices are already pretty good, but you can find, reduced prices if you look close enough. DS, Xbox, and Xbox 360. Again, something they don't have too much of. Good old Oblivion on the Xbox 360. There's a game I have not played in a very long time. Haven't really played my Xbox 360 in a very long time. The only thing I was really playing were like all those awesome bullet hell shooters, and I actually sold most of them. I still have a few though. Some other stuff here, PSP, things like that. Not too much demand for those right now, but this cool Bomberman. Always a good time when you're playing Bomberman. But again, they have lots of handheld stuff. PSP, Vita, DS, all that, just so much. It's in abundance. This was more, though, what I was looking for. It even has a little thing that says retro game. So I guess would you consider PS2 retro these days? I guess by definition it would be, because it was released, what, 22 years ago? So even though I might not like to admit it because I was a young teenager when it was released, that's pretty retro. Here we got some PS1 stuff, and boy, did they really pack these things in there. Kind of tough to get them out there. But we got Rockman Battle and Chase for 1,800 yen. Pretty fun kart racer, if I do say so myself. And 2 different versions, kind of like the greatest hits version and the original. That one's 1,500 yen. And I think it's marked down because there's case damage. Rockman 6, the Complete Works version, which is very cool. And then Rockman X5 for 480 yen. So not like too terribly expensive for that. Actually, I would say pretty cheap for that. About $4. And then Rockman Dash 2 for 900 yen, aka Mega Man Legends 2, which is fantastic. Both of those games are great. Lots and lots of fun to be had with those. And then here we have Tenchu. I think this is one of the it's Shinobi Gaisen, so I think it's one of the ones where you could like make your custom stages and stuff like that. That's 200 yen off. I'm a huge Tenchu fan, by the way, for a long time, especially when that first game was coming out and I was reading about it in like PSM and just being like, oh my god, I can't wait. Biohazard 2 DualShock. Great game. I don't think it's my favorite version, though. I think I still prefer the Dreamcast version. Here, just something I grabbed randomly. Random little racing game there. So yeah, don't ask for any explanation on that. I don't know. I'm just like, hey, look at this. Biohazard Director's Cut. Also awesome, because I believe that one you can play like the arranged mode and have items put in different places and things like that. So that's pretty cool. So yeah. Some good Biohazard stuff. Final Fantasy Collection, whatever the hell's in that. Again, it's marked down because it's, there's damage to it. I like that in these book offs. They'll have a little yellow tab on the front that tells you if there's any kind of damage to the disc or the case or whatever it might be. You can get a little rebate. 480 for Dino Crisis 2, which, Dino Crisis 2 is fun, but I guess feels more like just an action game, whereas I'd obviously, much prefer the original Dino Crisis. As we look at some Tetris X. Yeah, the original Dino Crisis. It's just Resident Evil with dinosaurs, and who doesn't like that? 480 for Street Fighter 03, which is fantastic because on the PS1 that game is amazing, and it's got all these modes to choose from and Pocket Station features. And then for also 480, Street Fighter 02. So both of these games like $4, so that's quite a deal on those. 2 of the best 2D fighters ever made, in my personal opinion. As we move on to some more retro-y stuff, they have a whole bunch of like older PS2 games that are marked down, and then a bunch of like 100 yen Famicom games. But look how dirty this boy is. So yeah, they don't have a whole lot of Famicom loose cards. It's a book off. People who come in here are not really looking for Famicom. Dragon Ball, aka Dragon Power. Fun enough, I guess, and a dirty copy of Yu Yu Hakusho 2, and it's 3 something, so basically it's the same price as you'd find it at Super Potato, except the ones they have at Super Potato aren't covered in a thick coat of grime. So yeah, there you go. I think maybe it's hit or miss on the pricing at book offs. You never exactly know if they're going to price things reasonably or not. 480 for Shenmue, and 1800 for Shenmue 2. So I guess it's pretty typical. I actually haven't played through Shenmue in quite a long time. Some Code Veronica there. They're very cool. I didn't even play Shenmue 3, actually. I just, for some reason, I guess the light in me faded with my Shenmue fandom, even though it was quite prevalent at one time. This was the find of the day. 2,700 yen. Layer section, aka Galactic Attack. And oh yeah, baby, even with the spine card and everything, great conditions, like $25, or maybe a little under $25 actually. So I picked that up. Mario Kart 64 boxed. We have a whole assortment of boxed N64 and Super Famicom games here, which was surprising. Again, this is not exactly what people come into book offs for. Puyo Puyo Sun 64, great game. typically if somebody comes into a book off looking for video games, they're looking for just, you know, a more recent current gen game, just, you know, with a few bucks knocked off. Kind of like maybe you'd go to like a GameStop for that, or you would have back in the day. I don't know if GameStops are even still around. Final Fight 2 boxed, even though the box was kind of ratty, but 1,500 yen for a boxed Final Fight 2. That ain't bad. But not all of these games are priced quite as well as that. Gambare Goemon, aka Mystical Ninja, 2,700 boxed. That's actually, I think, a bit more than they actually charge at Super Potato for that. Super Bomberman 4, another one that's like 2,700. Again, these, I don't think they really know how to price these boxed games, because these are like, yes, like legit game store prices. Knights of the Round, great game, but they're charging over 10,000 yen for it. Which, yeah, I guess it is a little bit more of a rare game. When you do find it, it usually is a little more expensive, but this is book off. This is not Super Potato, this is not Trader. 1437 for this one of the Ranma 1/2 games. I think that's Chogi Rambuhin, maybe? Those can be okay, I guess. And then the original Yu Yu Hakusho, 891. This game is just super abundant. Even if you find it boxed, it's cheap. I guess it was released at a time when Yu Yu Hakusho was just, it was the hottest thing going, baby. This, one of my favorite Japan exclusive Super Famicom games, for like 1,400 yen, Tetris Battle Gaiden. Amazing game, incredibly fun, really just addictive 2-player as well. Fantastic game. And then they had a copy for like 8,000 yen, Rockman and Forte, aka Mega Man and Bass. Pretty cool game. Little on the pricey side, but that's actually, you know, typical of that game. But again, you know, it's a book off. It's not supposed to be priced like Super Potato. That's why, I mean, you know, they're kind of hit and miss, these book offs. They don't always have like the great prices you'd like to expect. Case in point, Rockman 2, 14,000 yen. So they're charging over $100 for a boxed Rockman 2. Again, that's, I don't even know if they sell it for that much at Super Potato. It's quite a lot. 2,700 for a boxed copy of Twinbee, which I like a lot. I am a Twinbee fan, if you will, even though the 8-bit games are not as good as they would have, you know, gotten on the 16 and 32 bits consoles. I think that's going to just about do her. So thanks, everybody. I actually put the camera away and bought a bunch of games today, but that's maybe for a pickups video. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Goodbye.